Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chaos Africa Community Meeting. Um, I hope I'm doing this well. Peculiar. You are used to this more than I am, but okay.
Go
So
ahead.
this is another community meeting where we get to talk together, give updates on from each of our focus groups, and also give ourselves next steps so that we know where we are going. All right. I would like to welcome new contributors. Is anybody here coming to the community meeting for the first time? Let me see. Please raise your hands if this is your first time of attending the community meeting. Okay. All right. So we don't have newcomers here, but we have some people who have not been here in a while. So I'm saying hi to Wachuko again. Welcome, Wachuko. Okay, so we are going to go around the focus groups to give updates, and I'm going to start a little bit differently today. So I am going to start with let me start with accessibility. Does anybody in the accessibility team have updates for us? Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen. How about okay, so let's talk about the education. Pekidia, do you have an update for us? Anything you want to say to the community? Okay. So let me go to the developers focus group. And under the developers focus group, I would like to touch on some projects that are ongoing in the chaos community that I feel that other people can then be looking at. So with regards to the badging project, 2 weeks ago we talked about how we are organizing like a 2 week sprint for people to be able to contribute and clear the issues on the badging repo. And we made some good progress, which I think is very fantastic for something that has not been done like this year. People were able to make they were able to create PRs. What just remains for us to match the PRs so that the changes can reflect on the website. So we'll be doing that probably next week. I know that there's something that's been going on with the Slack bots, and I see Precious Abubakar on the call, and I think I would like her to give like an update so that people um are aware that there are other like software projects going on in the community and how they can contribute. Precious, would you like to go?
Hi, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so there isn't much happening there right now except on the missing links issue that the technical writing group is helping out with. I don't have an update on that right now, but some of the broken links, the pages apparently no longer exist. So um we want to create new pages. I don't know if Harmony is here, but he can give an update on how that is going. I can't say right now because I'm not really sure about the progress, but yeah, that's what we've been up to.
Okay, so if when you said new project, and then Harmony is involved, is it that is
Okay, no,
working
sorry, not
with?
new projects. Like the website, some of the links that the bot directs people to, like when
Oh,
you
okay,
interact with it on the website, some of the links were broken. So Elizabeth mentioned that we would need to create new pages on the website for that.
okay, okay. So is Harmony on the call, please?
Um, I don't think Harmony is on the call, but I can just drop like a brief update as regards that.
Okay, who is speaking, please?
Cindy.
Okay, Cindy,
I
please go
see.
ahead. Yeah.
Yes, so in our last two meetings, we've actually started highlighting the broken link. We have the documentation link, the development broken link, and mentorship. So we've actually started highlighting it, right? So the whole process has started. So when next we meet, we can now like go further, and I'm going to actually reach out for the next steps. But we have actually started highlighting it.
Okay, so when you said documentation links, on what repos?
I'm not sure, right? But it was like, the handbook dot chaos dot community. Yes. So
The
that's
community handbook. Okay,
yeah, that is where we are getting like the links from, because the content are actually there. So that is where we are getting the links from, the mentorship. I think he said he was going to reach out, but I can't remember who he said he was going to reach out to, right, for these things. But it was highlighted in the meeting, the Slack bot solutions, the links that needs to be connected was highlighted.
okay,
If I could just speak on the what I think what you're referring to as documentation links is the link. If you check the Slack bot, um the list of options of how you can contribute, there's documentation. So if you click on contribute to documentation, it's supposed to direct you to a page on the website that shows how you can contribute to
okay,
documentation at Chaos. So that is the link that is broken.
Okay.
okay, okay. Is there any other thing? Do you
No,
need?
not at the moment.
Okay, okay. So, so that would be update from the technical writing group, right, Cindy?
I didn't hear you. Said that would be what?
So the update you're giving me now is from the technical writing group, right?
Yeah, it's writing group. Yeah, the how to contribute to chaos. The documentation that I mentioned, right? The link, actual link that leads to it that is broken. We have the link already. So I think Harmony mentioned he was going to reach out to somebody and show them like, okay, this is the actual link that should be linked to the website when they click, when they like click how to contribute. I think that's the part that Harmony was mentioning, but we didn't get to finish the conversation. So that's why I said like the next meeting, which is next week, we'll have more to next.
Okay,
Yeah, so he reached out to me actually. I think it was me that he was talking about. But the links that he shared are from the old handbook and they're no longer in use.
Oh,
So I
the new
yeah, so we
handbook.
actually talked about that. And he said he was going to reach out to Elizabeth and also he would need to approach the website working group. Uh Because to add a page to the website, yeah, you need to work with the website working group. So that was the last conversation that we had. That's what I'm waiting for an update on.
Okay, that means he has
So
already
that
reached out.
handbook link, we can't actually use that. We still need to create the new pages.
Yeah, that means he has already reached out to you already. But maybe he reached out after the call that we had, that the working group had this conversation. So he has reached out to you. Maybe our next report will now like give us the next updates on how things are going to be.
I'll ask him. Let me ask him how it's going. All
Okay,
right.
thank you. Thank you very much. Does anyone have questions for either Cindy or Precious? Okay. Thank you, Precious, for the work you're doing with the Slack bot. Cindy, do we have any other update for? I think I've asked that question. Have I? Any other update for the tech writing?
Okay, for technical writing, the other updates that we have is the Chaos podcast, right? I know there was a time that like we asked to, turn the podcast itself into like blog posts. So we have two persons that are started. I worked on one episode 84, and then Ariane, she's working on episode like 91, right? So I'm still waiting for feedback for that. Harmony mentioned he's going to send it to someone to just get feedback on how it is, so can move on to other episodes. Okay. Then
Was that from
what?
the community meeting?
No, technical writing.
Okay.
Yes, technical writing.
Please, could you
Then
tell us why you are doing that? Like, what is it? What's the benefit for the community and the external
okay,
community?
I didn't get the backtrack of why we were like going to transcribe the podcast to like actual blog posts, right? But the day I joined, they were talking about it, and I just like, okay, this is actually interesting because I've been following the Chaos podcast, and a couple of things were just fine. I'll just volunteer to actually work on it because I listened to the podcast. And then the next bit is I don't know, the Wikipedia um contributor program. That one has started. It started last week. Like, yes, last 2 weeks was the onboarding call. So that one started. Then the next update was we are already started working on our next Twitter space topic. I think that's all the updates. Then we also want to like start a focus group documentation, like resource gathering for all focus groups as well. That's all.
Please say the last one again.
We also want to start like getting the focus group documentation, like documentation for each focus group, like have like a resource center for all focus group where they have like about them, what they do, basically their overview documentation, what they do, um, what the documentation will contain, like their past project, current project, basically any person that wants to contribute. You just like go there and say, okay, this focus group, this is what they've done in the past, this is what they're interested in. So yeah, that's what, but we've not started that. So that would, there'll be further discussion on how we are going to start that one as well in the next meeting next week.
Okay. Thank you so much, Cindy. I really appreciate that. So I noticed that Harmony is here. I would
Oh,
like to ask him that same question that I put to you in the first place. That so this is for the benefit of people on the call. Harmony. So Cindy was telling us that presently the team is transcribing Chaos Cast episodes to blog post. So I was asking why, what's the reason behind doing that?
Okay. Yeah,
Is
I
it,
don't know if you can hear me.
we can hear you clearly.
So it's not all the podcasts that we are transcribing. I think I need to put that out first. We are transcribing specific podcasts that has been done in the past. So there are a list of them, I think about 6, 7 specific podcasts that have been done in the past. And instead of reposting this podcast again, like re-uploading them in Fire Slides, we even Root is aware about it. So we try to convert this podcast into articles so that it can be uploaded again, like use it as a form of um, educating the community about some certain things, especially about open source program offices and about metrics, to get how the metrics like chaos metrics has been used in diverse places. You get, so there have been discussions, certain podcasts have been some certain discussions on how metrics has been used to solve some certain issues in other communities, other projects, and also open source program offices. So we are converting these podcasts into articles so that we can re-educate. I don't know if you understand.
So, does that mean that you include the link to the podcast in the
Yes,
blog post? Sorry. Okay.
yes.
Now, do you need hands? Like,
Yeah, we
do you
need
need
hands.
more
We have,
people to?
yes, yes.
Okay.
We need more
Because that.
people because Ruth also suggested on this, I think last month or early this month. She also even made mention of it, even, and the conversation has been going on internally, right? And also doing the call I have, like in the podcast calls I have, right? So basically, yeah, that's it. And if you just, I know this is the general meeting. If you check our meeting minutes, you could see a link of this podcast. So you could just copy and then put in our meeting minutes today for like call to action. I'm not on my PC. I would have just sent you copy and pasted rather.
Okay.
So yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for explaining. So, throwing it to the larger community now, I mean Chaos Africa community. If you're interested in documentation, these are what some of the work that is ongoing. And you can reach out to Harmony or Cindy or Precious. I think Precious is also with the tech writing for more information. Good, good. So somebody, okay, before I even go there, I just noticed that somebody placed the DAI working group here. But before I go, let me just move around the focus groups. Um, I've tried to look for the accessibility group. I want to ask again if they are around now. If not, yeah, Winifred, can you talk? If not, you can also put in chat session. Then we have the design focus group. Any representative here, please? Okay. Okay, Busayo, please, can I ask you what focus group you belong to?
Hi again.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, project management.
Okay, great, thank you. Would you like to give updates on project management, the project managers focus group? Is there anything going on
Okay.
there?
As of now, as of right now, there's really nothing going on. But I know that project managers are actually involved in the planning for CHAOSS. Myself and Nida are also supposed to meet. We're supposed to meet yesterday, but we couldn't. But we plan to meet. Um,
Sorry, I
um,
didn't get you. Please, could you
can
say
you
that
hear me now?
again?
Okay,
Yes.
so myself and Nida, we plan to meet sometimes this week. Probably tomorrow, so we can start things. But I noticed that Ariane, I think she's on 12. Ariane has been doing some work with the Czech iPad. Am I right? I know he belongs to the project managers group, and there was a meeting she joined, and it was just me and her.
So, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure I heard it clearly. Maybe it's just me.
Okay.
So sorry. That's why I'm unable to respond properly to what you're saying.
Give me some time. Let me come back. Let me leave and come back.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Um, I hope I'm not missing out any other design focus group. Okay. Please, if I'm missing out any other focus group, please could somebody just help me put it in the
Research.
research. Thank you. Who wants to go? Any representative here?
Yes, I also represent them today.
Okay, Cindy, right? Great. Please go
Um,
ahead.
okay, so for the research focus group, the only project we have going on is the project planning, how, like, what the basic the title of the research is, what are the project health impacts within an open source project after it is moved from corporate ownership to foundation ownership, right? So we have like key research questions that we have, and the task that was given to everyone by Tusam is for us to like research the topic on Google Scholar or any other research database that will come across. Then there's it like a spreadsheet where you like put your findings, like what is it called now? Let me see if I can just add it here. Give me a second. Yeah, so you have like the citations, you have the research question topic, the particular paper you come across, right? What was their findings? What was their study type or design? So after collating these ones, the papers that we are not able to have access to. So let's say you've exhausted all your options, you've used Sci-Fi Hub to like try to open the particular document, and you can't have access to it. There's a separate document you upload it on, and then she will reach out to the data science working group for them to see if they can actually grant us or look for a way to get us access to that document, just in case we exhausted our option. So that's where we're at. We have a spreadsheet. I'm trying to see if I can link it here. We
Okay.
have a
So,
spreadsheet where let me just
sorry,
start.
please could you say that again? You said you have ongoing research on what? What are you trying to do?
We are trying to find out the health impact within an open source project when it's like moved from corporate ownership to foundation ownership, right? So what are the impacts of this? What impact does it have, like the health impact of this project? So let's say it started as a corporate, the ownership was corporate, right? And then it now moved to the foundation ownership, for example, like maybe Eclipse Foundation, the project is moved to like Eclipse Foundation kind of ownership. What is the impact? What is the health impact of that open source project? So that is what we are trying to find out. So we have key research questions as well. One of the key research question is, do the impacts vary depending on which type of foundation is put into, what type of company, the size, what type of project, right? And then the measurable changes as regards in impact. So does the contribution increase when it's now like foundation ownership and related? What is the community activity like, right? Things like that. So yeah, I don't know if what I said, but if you
Yeah,
understood what I said, ask questions.
yes, I have put, I've put something down on the doc.
I'm
So
just going to,
I'm asking these questions so I can put it on the doc, and then for the benefit of anyone in the on the call who would wants to ask questions. Does anybody have questions for Cindy on what they are doing in the research focus group? Okay. Is there any other thing you'd like to share, Cindy?
aside that we need contributors, like people that are interested. We need hands on deck, really. I don't really have anything more. Research is interesting, it's fun. So just in case, I wanted to put this out there that in case persons feel like, oh, research is hard because the number of us then they taunted us in uni as regards final year research. But in case it's difficult, it's hard, you can always join the working group meetings and we'd explain to you and make you understand until everything makes sense so you can contribute to the working group. Yeah.
So good. Okay. So before I go forward, I think I would just like to say this out here. And the reason why I'm going to say this is for the benefit of everyone on the call. So somebody who might not really be used to what we do at Chaos and all that, is that whenever we are carrying out projects in our various focus groups, let us always have a solid why, our solid reason for doing something, so that anyone you want to call to join you, you are able to clarify your vision for them. So if you say, oh, we are having an ongoing research, this is what we want to do, this is what we intend to achieve with what we are doing, this is why we are doing it, they are able to say, oh, I like this, I like the why, I like the reason why you're doing this, as opposed, oh, they're just doing something, I'm not sure about it, why are we doing it. Finding people to work with you becomes easier when you are able to clarify the reason why you're doing something, especially for your focus group. And that how does it also help your course in order to make the entire community move forward. If you get what I mean. So anytime we are calling for contributors, always talk about your why. Very important. So that they will be able to see where you're going and see if they would like to join you on that train. So having said that, Busayo, would you like to go now?
Okay, I
Busayo
think
dropped her
I can
updates in the chat.
Okay, somebody wanted
yeah,
to say something.
we can chat already. And can you hear me?
Okay.
Since you were
Okay.
struggling to get
So
up
I
my
thought I
update.
had two people.
Um, so Busayo has already dropped our updates in the chat.
Okay.
Yinka. So
Okay.
the I was the one who put the DIA working group stuff on this document. I just wanted
I
to
was, I
find that.
was, yes, I was going to come to that actually. I just wanted to be
Yeah.
sure
So
that all the working groups have said they have all reported their updates before we move on to the DAI. Okay, so let me just check if we have anyone representing the accessibility before we move on. Okay, great. So Mary Blessing, please
no,
go
there's nothing
ahead.
much to say. There's nothing much to say. It's literally like explainable there. So, if folks would like to nominate themselves for this, please put down your details there as well, like your name, how you can vote. I have already linked it to the Slack message I sent the other day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Also, if you would like to join the DEI working group also, that's like the working group under the mother chaos community. So chaos africa is under the larger chaos community, and then the focus groups are under the focus groups that are presenting their update are under chaos africa. So the DEI working group are the is the group, is the working group that look to diversity, equity, and inclusion, the health of project and communities and events, with regards to DEI. And so they develop metrics and metric models around this concept. So if you're interested in joining the working group, to help them move the group forward, please, you're welcome. The group is open. Again, I would like to encourage every one of us, please, as much as you can, join community meetings, so that you can know what's going on in the chaos community, be able to contribute better. That's it. Do we have any question? Anything else we want to say? Okay. So let me stop recording.